Hey YouTube, welcome to Zoozoo. Today we will be reviewing the Sony Vaio P from whopping 2009. So I'm expecting a lot from this thing. So on the back you have a removable battery, which is pretty good. On this side you have a barrel plug, a headphone jack, a USB type A, and an HDMI port, which is pretty impressive for something this small. On the other side you have a USB type A, an HDMI, and a wireless on and off switch so that you could switch between wireless or not. Over here you have two SD card slots, which is like, whoa. And then here, let's open it up. So yeah, most of you aren't used to this, but there is no trackpad at all. It's running Windows 7, and also the buttons are tiny. Just look at that. I mean, how do you click on that? And then, so basically you navigate with that little stick in the middle, and the keyboard, it's like, my hand is pretty much bigger than it. So this thing has a whopping Intel Atom. I know, right? It's so good. And it's actually pretty small. It fits in my hand. Here. So basically compared to the iPad, it's almost half its width. And then like length is pretty much the same. But thickness though, it's pretty much double. So yeah, this thing's pretty compact. It fits in my hand as if it's like an oversized phone. So the keyboard has minimal key travel, like barely, like at all. Better than the butterfly keyboard, but compared to other keyboards, no. So this here is Windows 7, if some of you don't remember. It was the best operating system like 10 years ago. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed to be using this thing because I feel honored. So here, let's just test out the speakers. So we're trying like to play a song right now, but like the speakers aren't working. I don't know why. I don't think there are speakers on this thing. It doesn't appear like it because yeah, that's honestly just sad. It's either there are no speakers or they're just ruined after 10 years of not using them. So I'm just gonna try and fix this thing. Hopefully it'll work. So I'm just gonna try again. I mean, this thing, it's so hard to navigate because if you look at my hand compared to the keyboard, my hand covers pretty much half of it if it's not extended. But if I was to spread out my fingers, it would cover pretty much the whole keyboard deck. The good thing is the keyboard deck, it's made of a pretty durable and high quality plastic. So there is no flex in the keyboard. So like right now, I'm just like trying to fix the sound. But the keyboard is pretty high quality except for the travel and how small the keys are. And that shift, you'll see it in a bit when I turn my angle again. But that shift is tiny. Do you see it next to that up arrow? It's tiny. So please share this video with Linus Tech Tips and show him how proud we are to be using a laptop this good. Just look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, I'm just like, the brightness is so bad. Like I don't think there are multiple brightness settings. Like I'm just trying to increase the brightness, but it didn't work. So I tried to decrease it, and that didn't decrease it. This computer is such an amazing computer. I mean, I would like take it over my MacBook Pro anytime. And guess what, guys? It's energy efficient. Wait here, let's see if it works. No. There is still no sound. Why? What type of computer? Oh, guys, do you know how much this computer costs? Like the newer model with a better processor, a better screen, and a camera. Like it just costs $400. Here, let's try and open it with one hand. That was pretty much a fail because yeah, I had to like jam in my fingers and like push on it. So that's not right. Here, let's just try it from the front. So here, I'm just gonna try and do it with one hand. That's also a fail. Like miserable fail. This thing, it's just like such a beautiful laptop. I mean, I'm gonna die by how good it is. Just look at that beautiful display with high refresh rate. You could like barely see any refreshing because of how high it is. I'm just proud to be using such an amazing laptop. I mean, I'm just gonna die by how good this is. So I'm just gonna try opening up like YouTube on Chrome to see how good video quality is. So YouTube, search. Okay, so this laptop is too old. It says the clock is behind. It says it's January 2nd, 2009. Literally, just look over there. It says it right there to the right. That's just miserable. So yeah, I don't even know like how like this thing's just miserable. This thing was last opened 2009 in January. This thing's disappointing. And then if you want to actually use a browser, you have to run on Internet Explorer, which is actually discontinued. So yeah, guys, I really highly recommend you guys getting this laptop because guess what? You get to use an outdated and discontinued browser, and at the same time you get this beautiful high refresh rate, high quality display, along with Windows 7 and an Intel Atom inside. Oh, guess what? It's energy efficient. Even though it has a 10-year-old battery, lithium ion, it's still very, very, very beautiful. So, like, most of you are lucky because this thing is mostly available in Russia, as you could tell because there are Russian keys underneath, like Russian letters underneath each letter. So under the I, you have that thing that looks like a W, K, you have like a backward cursive R. I just love Internet Explorer. It's beautiful. I haven't used Windows 7 in years. Like probably like 6 years. Because Windows 8, like, you've used 8. Wait, data usage plan? What? Okay, that's the good thing. So this thing has cellular data, I guess. Okay, so the Sony Vaio P is completely trash. I would never buy anything like it because it's running Windows 7, has a very bad keyboard, no trackpad, tiny minimalistic keys, and then also you have a bunch of outdated apps and you can't install newer apps. So this is a laptop that you should never ever buy. If you guys enjoyed this very non-stressful video, please like and subscribe and share this to Linus Tech Tips so that he can murder Sony for what they did to that shift key.